Equitable distribution. This is how we divide property in a divorce proceeding in Mississippi. There are three main theories of distribution of property in divorce cases across the country. The first is what they call the title theory, where the title to property makes a difference. The third is something called common law. This takes place in states such as Louisiana and California, where everything is simply divided 50-50. Mississippi is in the middle with what is called equitable distribution. This is the predominant form of distribution of property in the country. Equitable distribution means that the court has to take a look at how property was acquired. There are factors that the court has to examine. However, important decisions were passed down in 1994 called Hemsley and Ferguson. These decisions held that all assets acquired during a marriage are considered to be marital property unless they were acquired before the marriage or were acquired during the marriage by gift or inheritance and have been kept separate. In addition, these cases held that the contributions of each party are presumed to be equal. This does not mean that the distribution is necessarily going to be equal, but the presumption is there, and the presumption has to be rebutted by the person who claims that property should not be divided equally. This is very important because property in marriage is often acquired more by the financial efforts of one party than the other. However, these two cases leveled the playing field and made sure that property in Mississippi is going to be presumed to be equally contributed to. There are many factors that a court should take into consideration, such as the financial contributions, the direct and indirect contributions to the property, the contributions to the stability and harmony of the household, the care of children. All of these factors are taken into consideration. The longer the marriage, the more a lawyer can advise a client that the property is probably going to be divided just about equally. It's important to remember that both property and debt is divided equally. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that a person who cannot pay debt will be saddled with debt, but what it means is that the court will enter into an assessment of how to divide the assets and the liabilities on a somewhat equal basis.